I'm Deep Mahaman and you're watching the Redmen TV.
Last time out, we obviously played West Brom in the season. We beat them 2-0, which was tremendous. Adam and Carroll got the goals there, which we didn't get to see a great deal of this season, Christoph. But Andy Carroll scored it, so hopefully that's a good one.
Well, he's got 2 headers in 2 games on the bumps now, and let's hope he makes a hat-trick.
That'd be unbelievable, all the stick we've given for not being able to finish. I'm going to put up, here's our Liverpool lined up last time. So obviously Charlie Adams not going to feature this time around. Andy Carroll. The question is, I mean, let's look for you, Scott. What do we do with the starting 11 this time around? Do you keep it the same? Do you freshen it up? You know,
it won't be the same, will it? Because they won't have had enough time to recover and all of that sports science business. And I can't see it being the same 11. Can you?
I think it's just obviously. I mean, it's going to be very interesting in regards to the sports science thing, because obviously that Bruckner's gone, hasn't he? And I think there was a lot of the opinion was that he had far too much power at the club in dictating who can play, who can't play. And I remember Roy Hodgson's time at the club, and he said, you know, basically I get told who I'm allowed to pick, which seems baffling in many respects. So it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, Kish, what would you do? I mean, obviously, I think Scott's right. There's going to be that. They will mention doubtless this tiredness factor. But would you, given the high the team are on, would you go with the same team or maybe the team that won it at the end?
Those are a very similar team. I think I'd want to build momentum, and if I was going to blood some young players, I would say go out there, get the fucking game won. And 60-70 minutes, we'll start looking at blooding some players. And it's like sometimes. It's like we'll save Gerrard for the last 20 minutes, or if Gerrard's going to play half an hour, it's like get him on the field, start well, score the goals, take him off. And I'm always a fan of that. I hate doing it the other way around.
I think the problem though is we've sometimes this season when we've played teams like Norwich or whatever at Anfield, we've gone all guns blazing from the start. It's not worked, and then if you've got all your best players on the pitch, you know, where do you go from there? Would you maybe keep someone like Gerrard or even Suarez in reserve, maybe, you know, off the bench?
I'm not a fan of resting players, or, you know, or particularly at this stage in the league, like, you know, trying out new players. It's like you said, get the game done, get it won, get it sorted. Then 75, you can take Gerrard off and bring someone we've never heard of on, and it'll be like, well, alright, well, it doesn't matter, we're 3-1 up.
Yeah, I suppose it's definitely, as you say, it'd be nice to be in that position. We haven't been in that position many times though this season, have we, Scott?
I just think, no matter how many games are left, the fact we're in the FA Cup final is going to play a part in every game between now and the end of the season. Yeah. Even if it's just a reverse psychology thing, like letting Chelsea believe we're going to play a certain way and then not playing a certain way. Yeah. You know, but do you play? We
two at the back.
In an that wouldn't surprise me from Kenny. You know,
that'd be great.
That 5 left backs in one game.
I hope he's watching.
Well, in an ideal world, we should play the team best suited to beat West Brom. But if he's going to work out a way of beating Chelsea and then practice that type of game. I mean, that's what training's for. But I'd just like to see, you know, some of the players get more time. I'd like to see Maxi Rodriguez get more time on the pitch. Yeah. You know, I've not been a big fan of Downing this year. You know, and I'd definitely drop Carragher again, and I'd put Skirtlenager in the middle. Maybe Enrique's had his little warning, and maybe now he's had his little kick up the arse. See if he's responded properly. You know.
Do you think it's the? Obviously, again, we've said this in recent weeks. Do you think it's going to depend on the injuries at right back? Now, I know Mary's read the team news out, and it seems to indicate that Kelly's fit. Because you did the research on this, are you willing to tell us 100% that Martin Kelly's fit and available for this game?
Okay, well, he wasn't on the injury room, and I checked a few other places. I'm not going to put my head on the chopping block here. Like, Joe, if you wanted to do it right, do it yourself.
This is true. But obviously, I think that, as I said, the team selection, particularly the back four, is going to be dictated by who's fit. Hopefully, with Glenn Johnson back fit, we can then give Carragher a rest. I mean, my point is, I'm going to get to, I realise I've been talking for a while with no great points. That's baby brain. Really don't know what I'm doing here. Anyway, is there a case to play a similar type that we played against Blackburn? Because, you know, those players went out and they performed very well, and we didn't have the likes of Gerrard and Suarez in the team.
Yeah, and I guess, you know, there's that element of reward as well. You got to, if a team wins, you reward them by picking them again, don't you? And so the last league game was Blackburn.
Unless the Maxi Rodriguez.
Yeah. But then I think that's why Carroll started the semi-final. I do think he wasn't going to play, and he put such a good shift in, and obviously got us a nice little goal on that.
So go on, because give us a rough idea. What would your starting 11 be, formation-wise, and what have you?
What would mine, or what do I think Kenny's going to do?
Well, yours. Let's see if we can stir up some controversy. Come on.
I'd go Rayner in goal. I think normal back four. Johnson, definitely Agger and Scot. They're the best defensive partnership in my eyes in the league at the moment, and they need to be playing for that final. Enrique, yeah, but tell him just fucking pass, man, for God's sake. Just pass the ball. Right.
John.
Bloody hell. I'd probably play Shelvey, controversially, with Spearing, Gerrard just in front, Maxi on the left, Cout on the right, and maybe Carroll up front. Give Suarez a little rest or something, and then hopefully, because he always seems to rest Carroll when he starts to get a couple of goals, and I think Carroll's a confidence player. And
do you agree with that, Scott? Any wild differentiation you want to throw in there?
No, it seems like a good plan to me. I mean, look at the way the team played in the FA Cup final after the substitutions. You know, that kind of, you know, when Bellamy and the other guy came Maxi came on.
The forgotten man at Anfield, literally.
No, you know, they did fill in the gaps that were left by, you know, I think I'd like to see a bit more of that, and yeah, just play one up front.
Really? Mary, back again, for you, would you have any wild ideas on how to start this?
Can I shock you?
You can try.
I'd put...
she's going to put Suarez and Carroll up front.
Turncoat in the best possible way.
When I get proved wrong, I rapidly turn the other way around and pretend I was right all along.
I think that's the best way. Unfortunately, you're now committed to this forever, as me and Chris have had to suffer with for the last 2 years. Every stupid thing we say, every bold statement, me absolutely slating Andy Carroll when he played for Newcastle. Geordie the jungle, I called him. He fucking started for us in the January, and all these Newcastle fans come on, give this
great
shit.
picture as well, didn't you, with him and skin and all this, like, put it up, and then all of a sudden we signed him, he's like, fuck, I'm gonna have to support him now.
Hey! Yeah, as I've said many times, I do actually love being proved wrong. Anyway, obviously we've got Mary back with us after a 21st birthday party foray last week that left us bereft of an exciting best bets.
Left me bereft of almost everything. I am absolutely fucked. I had like a birthday week. I am fucked. So
I remember them. I can't drink for like 7 hours now without feeling completely and utterly screwed, as discovered on Saturday. Not that you'll remember. Anyway, so we'll go over to Mary's best bet segment now, shall we?
hello guys, and welcome to your best bets. Now I know we're all still full of beaming smiles after the semis, but for now let's turn our attention back to the Premier League, where the Redmen are taking on Hodgson's Baggies at Anfield, and it's looking to be an interesting game, so let's have a look at the match odds. For Liverpool to win, it's 2-5. For a draw, it's 3-1, and for a West Brom win, it's 11-2. Moving on to your final scores. For Liverpool to win 1-0, it's 13-2. For a 1-1 draw, is at 8-1, and West Brom to win 2-1 is at 18-1. Now your first goal scorers. For Carroll, we've got 9-2. For Shelvey, we've got 9-1, and for Agger, we've got 25-1. And let's not forget your cheeky doubles. This week we've got Carroll to score last for the third game in a row, well done Andy, and Liverpool to win 3-0, and that's at 40-1. We've also got Gerrard to get the first goal and Liverpool to win 3-1, and that's at 50-1. And your wild punt for this week is Scot to get the first goal and Liverpool to win 5-0, and that's at 490-1. Once again, good luck with your betting, and back to you in the studio.
Excellent, thank you very much Mary. Quick work there, up and down. Not at all done as a separate cutaway at all, like, brilliant. Anyway, let's get some score predictions from you. Mary, we'll start with you.
Don't start with me.
Have done.
Right. Listen.
We are.
I think we're gonna lose.
Really?
Or at least I think they're at least gonna get a point out of it, because I'm feeling more confident now. We've been talking about what we want to happen.
Yeah.
But I don't think that will happen. I think he'll rest players. I think he'll sit back. I think it'll all kind of, it'll be a very focus on the cup and everything. And I think we'll throw it.
Score?
2-1 to Brom.
It's controversial.
Prove me wrong.
I think that's what I said before. I think Kenny can't let this team lose to Roy Hodgson's team. I think he'll fire them up for that reason alone, especially because our league position isn't too dissimilar to what it was this time last. I can't remember exactly, but no, he's got a point to prove, and the team I've got a point to prove on his behalf.
Yeah.
I think we'll win, and I think we'll score. I think we'll go 3-0.
Really?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I don't like
Rainer's
that.
back.
I don't like
think
that.
I think we'll have a clean
what I
sheet. I
said.
think we'll definitely have a clean sheet.
Yeah. Excellent. Christoph?
Do you know what? I thought we were going to draw 1-1, but I'm going to go with this man here and go 3-0.
Excellent.
Hey.
Convinced.
I've got a feeling it's going to be one of those games. I say this every week, don't I? It's going to be one of them games.
Basically what
If
you're
X,
saying
Y,
is
and Z happens, then
Paul's feelings count for shit because he's always frigging wrong.
Also,
Apart from the
did I-
semi-final of the cup.
Did I get the FA Cup semi-finals right? Did I say they were going to go 1-0 up and we
Yes,
were going to
you
win 2-1?
Yes, you did.
That was really underdone. Come on, put some weight in it. Like, there we go.
No, I will allow everyone to prove me wrong this time.
Oh,
I
yeah,
won't get
definitely.
angry if I'm proved wrong.
Yeah. Anyway, I think it's going to be one of those games. I think we could smash them. I've said this so many times this season. No, I really think we could. We're going to absolutely wipe the floor with them this week. But I could still see them maybe getting a cheeky goal. So 3-1, I'd say 3-1 or maybe even 4-1 to the mighty Reds. Let us know what your score predictions are. Of course, please leave in the comments or tweet us at the Redmen TV. Everything can Mary some stick as well if she gets it while they're on.
Please do. Can I throw in a little bit just so I might be right about
You're trying to
something?
counterbalance this, like.
No, I'm trying to be right about something,
Yeah.
but also without being massively depressed after the game.
Okay.
I think it'll be 0-0 at half time. And I think it'll be 0-0 until about 60, 65, 70 minutes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And this is meant to be bringing an air of positivity.
I'm just want to be right about something.
Oh right.
That's.
Is it sort of like, did you bet on every horse on the national? I had a penny on every horse on the national.
I should have done. I absolutely should have done.
Anyway, moving on from the football, we've obviously got Scott with us in the studio. Scott is the star of Hardboiled Sweets, which is a British gangster film that is coming out on DVD at the end of the month.
Yeah, April 30th.
It is indeed. Don't worry, I had it covered. Like,
Did you?
It's good. It's good that you had it. It's good.
Yeah, not many guests come on and actually know that.
Now, people, what's your website? No idea. Like, brilliant. Let's have a look at it. Let's have a quick look at the trailer for the film.
There are only 3 good reasons to do anything in this world. Women, money.
That's 2 reasons. What's the third?
It'll come to you.
Rude Eddie. He runs this town. He gets 10% of everything that happens here.
You know, I never understood it. You know, when people talk about guns being phallic, what a load of old tits.
And everybody pays. Everyone pays. Last fella who didn't went for a swim off the end of the pier. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Probably not.
Yeah, there you go. That's the trailer. Scott, it looks beautiful. If nothing else, it looks rather tasty.
Well, it's the look of it that it sets it apart from all other British gangster films. There isn't a single handheld shot. Everything's very cinematic. Everything was lit beautifully. Director of photography is a girl called Sarah Dean. And she's fabulous. She used one of these little Canon 5 cameras, but it's technical, but each character was lit differently, you know, because we were all an individual suite. So I was the glazerman, so every time I'm on frame I'm kind of lit with this kind of yellow minty kind of hue, and you won't notice it when you're seeing it, but it's all kind of methodical and planned. And the director David Hughes is he's very well known for his editing. He edits lots of great movie trailers over the years, and he was allowed to make the film he wanted to make. The producers just gave him free rein, and that's really rare.
Well, I was going to say that is definitely, I mean, given what the money men are often like, it is obviously a very rare thing in the film industry. Obviously, as you say, it's a British gangster film, but what makes it particularly stand out from, like, obviously the comparisons are always going to be drawn by people who haven't got maybe the time to overly think it through. We go, oh well, there's Lock, Stock and what have you.
Yeah, you're dead right. People just put it under the same umbrella as you know, some of the other stuff that, you know, the Mockney, Cockneys and all that. It's based, David, the director's influence is hard-boiled crime fiction, hence the title, Hardboiled Sweets. So he's really into his kind of American film noir, you know, the Elmore, you know, the kind of Mickey Spillane kind of crime novels, and so it's very, very American, but with like a British sensibility. So that, I think he set it in Southend, because Southend is a very English town, but it has this kind of Las Vegas, Atlantic City kind of, you know, instead of Caesar's Palace Casino, you got penny slot machines, and, you know,
the Blackpool of the South in
like the third world of you know, the Vegas of the third world, I think he describes it. I don't think people in Southend are very happy. Yeah, so it's immediately looks very different. It looks kind of American, but it's very British.
It looks quite hardcore, judging by the trailer as well. Plenty of
it's quite tit heavy.
You don't see a single nipple.
That's true.
Well, don't let that put you off. We saw a little flash of a rather attractive woman's crack in the trailer. So no, obviously it looks like, you know, it's not a PG, is it, by any stretch?
No, I mean the thing I like about it most is, as an actor, you look for the protagonist in a script. Who's the hero, you know, and you tend to follow their story, and there isn't a protagonist. There's just loads of antagonists. There's just a load of bad guys.
Yeah.
There's 7-8 criminals all going for the same suitcase of loot, and they've all got individual reasons why they want that money, and they're kind of universal core things that we all like. One of them wants it for, you know, to win his family back. One of them wants it to pay for IVF for it so he can have a baby. Another one wants it for revenge. Another one wants it for validation. So you root for them all.
Yeah.
And because none of the criminals know the other criminals exist, you know, a lot of double crossing goes on, and you don't know who's going to win right till the last frame.
Excellent. So what was it like to be a part of it? Obviously there's a few Scousers involved as well.
Yeah, there's 4 Liverpool actors. I mean, one of the reasons I did it was Ian Hart, because we did Backbeat together. It was my first film and his first film, like 18 years ago.
Which makes you feel
I've made 12 since, and he's made 112. But, he was in the there was a short version of the film called A Girl and a Gun, and he played my part in the short. And when I was offered this part, I phoned him up. I said, look, I'm not going to do this unless I get your blessing, you know, because he was going off to do Luck with Dustin Hoffman and Nick Nolte, as you do. You know? As you do. So I got his blessing, and then I jumped in, but we managed to do a couple of scenes together, which was great. Yeah. So Ian Hart, Elizabeth Barrington, who's from Birkenhead, I think, Phil Barantini, great Liverpool actor, he was in Band of Brothers, and Adrian Bauer from Chester down the road, he's a wall. What a nice wall.
Excellent. So yeah, obviously the film comes out as you say on April the 30th on DVD and Blu-ray, and courtesy of Universal Pictures. So obviously we encourage everyone to get out there and buy a copy and watch it, because obviously we've got the man himself in there, so it can't be bad.
No, it is good. It is a good film. I mean, you mentioned Universal, that it's inspiring because it was an independent film made for very little money, and a Hollywood studio bought it. So if you're out there and you want to make a film, it just shows you what can happen, you know.
Excellent, and as you say, giving way to Scousers as well.
Yeah.
So that's all the more reason to support it, in the hope that we can get more things like that made in this country. Because I think anyone in the business will know. We've got our director for the day, Aubrey Reynolds, is very well versed in how difficult it is with the state of this country, thanks to the government and their issues with the Film Council and what have you. Yeah. So any British films being made need our support in order to keep getting made, essentially. Right. Obviously, while we're on the promotional run, let's tell you about the subscription show this week. Obviously, we've got more of Scott, Mary, Chris and myself talking about our fantastic success over the Blue Shite at the weekend. So do get on that. It's a good 40 minutes long and a very in-depth and very entertaining as well. I'm not going to ask Chris for his opinion on it, because normally this is where he just throws in it was boring or shit or something like, you know what I mean, like, which is not the case. Get on that. It's on the redmentv.com. The first month is free, of course, and as I always say, try it out. If you don't like it, then fuck it off. Anyway, thanks very much for joining us, Scott, Mary and Chris. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to leave your score predictions, your lineup predictions and any other thoughts on the Reds at the minute on the YouTube comment or tweet us at the Redmen TV. Once again, guys, thanks for coming, and we shall see you after West Brom on Sunday evening. Ta.